Pasu, and welcome back to another video of me talking about the anime adaptation of one of my favorite visual novels of all time. And here we go. It's the third episode of the second season of Rewrite, developed by Key. And as you may know already, Key is also the developer of kinda popular and well-known visual novels that got an anime adaptation, like Canon, Air, Clannad, the second season of Clannad, After Story, or Little Busters and Little Busters Refrain and Planetarian, and so on and so on. So let's get back to Rewrite. The first two episodes of the second season, their pacing was pretty good, I would say, and I really enjoyed it. The third episode, on the other hand, there were some issues. And it's, well, mainly two. It's the pacing and the drop of quality. Well, the pacing is, I would prefer if they would go with 4 episodes for the Moon Road, but they finished it in 3. And it's kind of sad because they put all the final boss battle of the Moon Road into this last episode, and the action was nowhere near as awesome as in the visual novel. I mean, they didn't even really try to make it good. So it's not even that I blame them for doing a bad job, because they didn't really try to. And that's probably the biggest issue I have with the episode. And it's a shame because Rewrite had some nice action scenes. Seriously, it's not just for show that this is my favorite title that was developed by Key. And the drop of quality is also an issue because the quality of the animation, it's seriously, it's I mean, I've seen worse, but for such a big title, for a visual novel adaptation, and then they go with bland character designs. Seriously, the shading, it doesn't really look like that there is even one, and it makes me sad. But on the other hand, they really did try to end the Moon Road in this episode. I mean, they did, but they did it in a nice way, and from as far as I remember, they changed the order of the girls dying in this episode, so that was a bit of a surprise, but it didn't really change anything or the meaning of the whole route, so it doesn't matter. And what I really, really liked is that the girls, they had a few shots of memories from their respected roads from the original visual novel, which was really nice to see, and it hit the feels. It's not that this episode was bad, but they did also a good job at portraying the feels and Well, okay, maybe it's just for me because I'm very weak in that regard, but let's just go with they did a good job, okay? And it's also because they are using the soundtracks from the visual novel. There may be some that are rearranged or remixed, but overall it's the top quality soundtracks. And what can I say? I really like the rewrite girls, and seeing them die is it's tough. Well, I know the outcome of the visual novel, but it still hit the feels, and it was really nice to see them having their flashbacks of memories with Kotaro, their happy endings, and I would really wish that the first season would be a double season length, so 24 to 26 episode or something like that, like Little Busters, and they would go for a more or less faithful adaptation of each road. Because they fucking could. That's the biggest issue of this whole anime adaptation of Rewrite. And it makes me angry. Just thinking about it, what they could have done, it makes me just angry. It's, picture this, my fair audience, because we have this. You have a story which involves multiple timelines of the world and whatever. And if you can't really picture it, well, let's go with Steins Gate. You have point A and different timelines. And it's now with this in Rewrite. And they could have started with maybe a glimpse of the Moon Road. Because in the visual novel, as far as I remember correctly, it was Kotaro having memories of all the previous lives and the roads of the girls. And even the extra one, the office lady, which was really cute that they gave her a character design. And they could have gone from that point, jumping back all the way to the beginning of the Common Road, and then following maybe 2 or 3 episodes of the Common Road, and then going into the character roads. And we have 5 heroines. So they could go with 4 episodes per girl. And well, kind of obvious that they had to cut stuff out, but I'll be honest, there are parts that can be removed in an anime adaptation that doesn't really hurt the story as a whole or in the complete picture. And then maybe they jump into Kotorui's road, and then after that they reset and jump back for a new episode starting at another point, maybe with a special ending or a new opening that shows us that we are in another timeline. And then going forth with Chizuru's road, and then Lucia's road, or Chihaya's road, and so on. And The order, well, there you pretty much have to follow the order of the roads, which is Kotori, that gives you a overall picture as a third party. Then it's obviously Chihaya's road, which was overall funny. I mean, it was basically shonen all the way to the end. And then we go for Shizuru's road, because you wouldn't really be able to get Chizuru's road, the ending of Shizuru's road, without having the ending of Chihaya's road. And then at the end, Lucia and Akane. And then the season ends. Which brings us back to the Moon Road for 3 or 4 episodes. Well, I would prefer 4. And then we would go on with the Terra Route, or something like that. It is possible because the visual novel, the story, involves fucking different timelines. But enough ranting and being angry, because I'm still happy that Rewrite got a fucking anime adaptation, man. Damn it. I know there are quite a lot of issues with the first season, but the second season so far, well, the first episode, like I've said, were good. The third one has some issues, and I'm really, really curious to see how they will go with the Terra Route. Because they could mess it up like Pros, or they are trying to be a bit on the faithful side and following the original story. I hope they are trying to do the latter. So that's it for now for my anime review or ranting or me just talking in front of my screen and looking at my recording window for, I don't know, because I can. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked it or didn't like it, give me a thumbs up. Maybe you want to subscribe to hear more about the guy who is talking in English with a crazy German accent. So yeah, thanks for watching. See ya later. Adios. Bye bye.